What is going on, gang? Billy from Storm Trades with yet another trade review. Today we're going to go through a 6E, that's Euro USD futures long trade that formed on Monday, July 21st during the New York AM trading session. Now I am forward testing 6E, considering it as a pair I would like to add to my trading pair list. I currently trade gold, CL, and NQ, but I'm considering adding 6E. So far, so good. Okay, so in terms of my forward testing and analysis. So let's get right after it. Starting off on the daily chart. I say this every time. I'm going to keep saying it because I say it to myself every day. I'm trying to make this as simple and repeatable process as possible. I have the last 4 daily candles on the screen right now, and I'm going to mark off the daily chart the same way every single morning when I'm doing my analysis. First, I'm going to mark out the previous daily low and the previous daily high, and I'm going to draw a fib from the previous daily candle. Now, price books from internal range liquidity to external and vice versa. So are we currently, is what I'm asking myself, right? So I'm doing my analysis. Am I currently delivering from any daily internal or external range liquidity? Well, yeah, we just recently swept into and are delivering out of a bullish daily fair value gap. That is our internal range liquidity, okay? Internal liquidity. Now, price wants to seek external after delivering from internal. Okay, does it have to do that today? No, but this is the way price books. Price is fractal, and on the daily chart, when we see a sweep of some sort of liquidity, in this case into a bullish daily fair value gap, we're going to want to see price to seek draw on liquidity in the opposite direction, and for the most part, we're looking for a swing high. All right, so we have a swing high up here. It makes total sense. That swing high is our external liquidity, right? So very simply, I am looking for higher prices. There's nothing else to do on the daily chart. I don't take trades on the daily, setting stops on daily lows or swing points. I trade funded accounts, right? So I have a pretty tight daily loss limit and drawdown. So I am executing my trades on the M5 time frame. I don't like to go below that, but M5 it seems to fit my fit me the best, right? I've tried a whole bunch of stuff. At one point I was on the 15-second and I drove myself almost completely crazy, right? So as soon as I have my daily bias, right, and to me this is a clear picture, okay, internal to external. And we've just recently, as of this morning when I'm looking at it, we swept the previous daily high, but overall that's not really as much of a liquidity pool and strong drawn liquidity as this swing high is. So I am bullish on the daily. Now let me pull up the hourly chart, and the hourly chart is also telling us a story. Right, so as you can see, last Thursday, when we first had this dip into the bullish daily fair value gap, we had our smart money reversal there, and we broke away on Friday, and now we're starting the new week with a little bit of consolidation. However, if you look closely, and we're always looking on the hourly to try and find the most recent change in the state of delivery, which sort of gives a hat tip as to what side the market wants to shoot for. Now, right here on the hourly, I want to make note here that we had a sweep, okay, right here early Monday morning, or excuse me, Sunday night. We had a sweep and then a close through this series of down close candles, creating a change in state of delivery. If you look close here below the change in state of delivery, we confirmed that this is a change in the state of delivery in the form of leaving behind some imbalances, right? So we have a fair value gap right there. So imbalances are also just little tells and little hat tips as to which side of the market we are now trending. So order flow to me looks bullish after we made this change in the state of delivery. And before I begin my trading session, I'm asking myself a very similar question. Is price currently sweeping or delivering from any sort of hourly POI, so hourly form of liquidity? And I deem those as swing lows and 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 fair value gaps. Okay, so are we currently delivering from any sort of hourly POI? Well, yeah, we are. We have a hourly fair value gap right here. Something else to take note of, whenever I have a clear swing high prior to the move that took liquidity, indicating our change in state delivery, I would like to run a fib and just sort of see how much room we have until our ultimate targets, which are immediate targets are -2 to -2.5, and look up here, coinciding with the -4 to -4.5 is the swing high ultimate target on the daily. So it makes total sense to me that we moved up to the -1 and -1.5 and have start to retrace. Now, if price is going to continue to move higher, right, we are going to move out of this hourly fair value gap and start trending towards this swing high on the daily. Now, in order for me to engage my M5 time frame, I do need to see a sweep into an hourly POI. I have that right here, so I'm going to go ahead and move down to the M5 time frame. Okay, and on the M5, right, so here we are inside of the hourly fair value gap. On the M5, I am looking for a sweep of liquidity again, and then a move back up into the range with displacement, creating a change in state of delivery for me to get on sides with higher move. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mark out this right here as our sweep. And whenever I get a sweep, I'm going to mark off the candle or the series of down close candles in this case that took that liquidity and mark that off as a change in state of delivery. Now, I need to be clear on this. This could continue to go down and go down and go down, and we could test the bottom part of this hourly fair value gap and then make the move up. I would be continuously moving this sweep and this change in state of delivery lower. Okay, this doesn't just stay here; it moves. This helps me read price, helps me get ready for a move back up into the range, which I'm expecting based upon my daily and hourly analysis. Now, in this case, that is the actual sweep. On the very next candle, we get a V-shaped move, which is a bullish indication of price, and I would put a long order right here. I'd mark it in at the close above this change in state of delivery. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a buy order here, and I will put a stop loss at the swing low. Okay, that makes sense, and take profit at 2R. Now, you see me always talk about the 1/3 ADR. I'll go ahead and pull that up here. Okay, as you can notice, we've already taken and closed above, right, and found support at the 1/3 ADR. Okay, that's at the top level. Okay, so that said, if we start to do that, then the next target would be the full ADR, which is all the way up here. Okay, now that also happens to be below the daily swing low target. Okay, so it does make sense that eventually we would get there. I don't need price to get there today. This is a 2R, roughly a 2R move. Let's see if we can get this up. 2R, yep. That's a 2R move right there. And what you're going to find is, even if you didn't get in, okay, on this particular change in state delivery entry, price gave us another opportunity to enter on a continuation. All right, now I'm going to move price forward here. And boom. Okay, we just took that liquidity pretty quick. This was a very strong bullish candle. But what did it leave in its wake? Okay, this strong move. It left a fair value gap here. Now, this is where I'm starting to, if I still have more room to go, right, I've got the ADR up here. I'm interested in perhaps getting back involved in a trade here if we get some structure and a move down into some internal range liquidity and then a close above the down close or the series of down close candles that took that liquidity. Right now, we don't have that, but we're going to watch price. We're going to watch price here, and on the very next candle, we actually do have a dip into the M5 internal range liquidity. Very similarly to how we do it down here, right? There's our liquidity sweep. I'm going to mark off the series of down close candles here, right? And if we get a strong move through that, I would consider getting involved with a continuation move, considering we still have room to go to the major high time frame targets. Now, on the very next candle, we get a strong close through. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a not add a contract, put a trade on here with the swing low as the stop. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and buy a contract here, stop below the swing low, take profit at 2R again. Again, this is just a forward trade review. I did not trade this, but this is the way that we get better. We go through our pairs each day. We find trades we missed. We find trades we would have taken, and we try and learn from the trades that we took expenses on. So I'm going to move price forward here, and boom, our second 2R trade of the morning. Pretty cool. When price is clearly when we have a bias in a clear direction, a one-sided move, and we find that the hourly time frame is supporting that, and we still have room to go. We can get involved on reversals, which we did down here, or we can get involved on a continuation, which we did up here. Okay, hope you guys got something out of that. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment. I love the comments. It's really cool. And you guys have a great day. I appreciate you.